Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Figure Friday and we have two figures here from the Star Wars Transformers line. So we do have the Gamer Edition Starscream, and we also have from Legacy United Star Raider Ferak. So looking at these, now Ferak to me looks like a rehash of the old oh, for crying out loud! Now my name or character's name is starting to shoot, and it was the tracker. Oh goodness gracious! I can't think of his name now offhand. Goodness gracious, it'll come to me here in a minute. But yeah, he's a rehash of another figure's kind of setup. So there's a part of me that always says that it's kind of cheap how they do that, but in another sense it does kind of make some sort of sense. You have a system that works and then you just kind of rehash it. We're talking about robots and the face can be a little different, but the purpose and their style is the same. This is a different version of Starscream. I know I have a couple different Starscreams in my collection in a box somewhere here. We'll take this one out. As we do look at it first, looks like he's got a big old mace here, or what some people might call a clue bat, and then he's got a nice long pistol, which in some regards almost seems like it could be like Megatron as a pistol. However that works out, we will see, because first of all we got to get them out and see exactly how close to form does it or does it not look like Megatron. So there is a nice background on the inside here, as we've been seeing with some of these, and it is a very kind of destroyed dystopian look of Cybertron. Okay, we do have our manual on how to transform them. Hopefully we do not need this today, but as always there's that chance that we may need it, and sometimes as much as I want to be able to say, hey, I can do this without needing the manual, sometimes I most definitely need that manual. Okay, so we got the rifle. That's definitely not Megatron, that's something else. He's got some different looking feet here, so we got that to look forward to. Here's the base of the clue bat, and we got his hands in here too. They really got them all in here. Of course, sometimes it's just to try and keep people from getting sticky fingers and doing what they're not supposed to do, which is unfortunately a big case of how things kind of go in society today. So we do have a bag here. We'll see what's in the bag. Okay. Alright, so this goes there. That'll be for our clue bat. That's what I'm going to call it. And we have some extra pieces here, and I'm sure our instructions will have a little scene as to what those pieces are for. Okay, those are actually for him himself. That goes on up here. So when he's in robot mode, it's up there. So I'm not going to put those on there quite yet, because there's a good chance I may transform them once and maybe never again. But on the other hand, if it's something I'm going to transform because it's just a great puzzle, here, get that all out of the way. We'll kind of go from there. Now, one of the things I will say is he does have the feet that they've been doing lately because of how they stand. You can move the ankles a little bit so that way it works out a little bit better. He's a different color though, I will say that. They give him a slightly different color. I wanted to see if this opened up, but I guess this doesn't. It's just there for the looks. got a real chunky look to him, in a lot of regards. We can give him the clue bat here. His hands are very, I don't know, just the way the hands are seem a little off. There's a big old bat there. And then we have his rifle here. Now the rifle seems like it's actually on the wrong side to me because the scope is on the inside. So however you want to do it, I just, so we can get them both in there. It looks alright. Like I said, I'm not going to put these pieces on, at least yet. We'll see how this goes. We'll try and get them transformed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get to Ferak. What I might do is I might actually try and speed this up as I try and transform them. That way this doesn't take too long. So. Okay, so we kind of have this. This is the dumbest looking Starscream I've ever seen. Yeah, this, I don't know who the engineer that designed this is. This might work for CGI, but I'm just going to say as far as a toy goes, this is one of the crappiest things I've ever seen. No, this is stupid. I'm sorry I spent the money on this. This is stupid. I'm all for trying to come up with different ways of doing things, and I applaud the idea, but I'm sure somebody made a prototype of this, and people sat in an office and said, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense." I can get this to transform back, I'm sure, without too much of a problem. And while I'm talking through this, the problems are, normally we switch the legs around and we kind of fold up the feet. There's no real need to fold that foot up. They do it just so it looks a little bit more streamlined, but there's nothing there. The wings are for nothing. I mean, he's a rocket ship, really. They turned Starscream into a little rocket ship, and I don't think I'm even going to call it Starscream. They turned him into a rocket ship, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know what game this is out of, to be Gamer Edition Starscream, but I mean, once I did this, and I even broke the head off trying to figure out exactly how I'm supposed to get all this to really work. Things just don't really work like they're supposed to. I'm just going to say it in that regard. I'm inadvertently breaking pieces I should never be breaking, and I'm kind of nervously doing this. Yeah, this is really a mess. This is really quite truly just a mess. This whole back thing, you're flipping it around here, and you're flipping it around there, and here, this is all gonna go this way, and I broke that off once, and now it doesn't want to stay on. It does slide around. And if I'm doing this as an adult, I really feel sorry for kids trying to do this having a hard time. The concept is okay, but the actual practical how it's been used here, not so much. Shoot, I'm not gonna open that up just so I can get this open, so I can get what looks like rocket booster pieces out. And yeah, there's so much going on here. It's just a mess, is my honest to goodness view of it. Okay, so if I get the arms back up here, I can fold this back down. But now that I have those pieces on there, it doesn't want to. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to pull that back. Move this around, which is why these pieces weren't on there to begin with. Because when you're trying to do this, these lock everything together. There it is. Okay. I got that unlocked. That's there. That's there. And I'm hoping I'm keeping all this in on this. Okay. And get his legs back down here. I don't know. Oh my gosh. There, now it's there. It's just too much. It really is. They need to get back to a simpler design, is what I'm really kind of trying to say. Is, you know, you're going to do this, which is perfectly fine, but you have to keep it as a simple design. Otherwise, we're going to have kids trying to do this, and they're going to be breaking this thing left and right, and, you know, you're going to have upset parents because Johnny just got a $25 toy. Should keep them occupied, and they're going to play with it for about 5 minutes, and they're going to be disgusted with it. There we go. Maybe fish. Fish. All right, there's that one. And I'm trying to get this in here correctly. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think he'll probably just stay that way. I don't think I'll ever transform him again. It's a mess, and it's a joke, and yeah, it's just. I took a chance. That's all I can say is I took a chance, and we have a clue bat, and we have his rifle. So, all right. So. It is a challenge if you're trying to get them for the challenge of doing it. It is a challenge. Is it worth the challenge? I'd say no. If I was looking for this, and if, you know, I'd skip this one. I really would. I'd skip them. Now, let's go to Ferak. I do have a little bit of a print off I do have here. So Ferak is a Decepticon who transforms into a hunter-seeker spy ship. He has a low taste for entertainments, so he prefers to indulge on his own, taking out his sadistic impulses on others. Ferak's capability for cruelty extends to his notable engineering skills, having invented such instruments of mayhem as the Nightmare Engine and the Cobalt Fusion Infernal Doombringer. So he's been kind of portrayed in a couple different things. We have Marvel the Transformers comics, IDW continuity, Wings universe, toys we have from Timelines. Let's see, Wings universe, Timelines. So we have Ferak here, and he does keep that same look for the most part. Now, this is an older look that I'm kind of used to, but again, that was given to a different Transformer. Let's see. Trying to see if Cyclonus. That's who I'm thinking of. But yeah, that was Cyclonus' original look, and then he went to that. So either way, it's fine. I don't have a problem. It's just one of those. You know, we can only come up with so many different versions, and to share ones or whatever, I don't have a big issue with. So, trying to get them all out of here. As we have instructions here, but if this is based off of Cyclonus, I don't think I should have too much of an issue. I did not pick up, I do not believe I picked up the latest incarnation of Cyclonus. I do like the figure, because it was what, Cyclonus the Tracker and the Sweeps, which were his minions. Almost sounds like it's a Cybertronian rock band, Cyclonus and the Sweeps. Okay, so get all that out of here. But seeing that this is a character I'm not so used to, I'm not so familiar with, I did want to have a little bit to say who he is, where he comes from, or whatever else. So it is from the comic book line. We do not get to see him in the standard cartoon universe. So just kind of going from there. It should be a fairly simple transformation, getting them from one to the other as we kind of go. And it looks like he even has the landing gear, which was kind of our standard here. Okay, so we're going to try and transform them real fast, and it shouldn't take all that long, because this one I should be a little bit more familiar with, seeing that I've done Cyclonus in the past, and he has a very familiar look to the design. Let's see here. Actually, I think I goofed it on this. Oh, come on. Nope, I did not. Not there, at least. Okay. And what it is this does actually go in. But I'm trying to remember exactly how that worked. Because I do remember doing this once before, because that's his legs all the way out, so he could stand up taller, but then his legs bent in, which is where we had them. But just trying to show you. So that should be the rear. Let's see here. That's where I'm off. Okay. And this should kind of come down, because his face has to get covered up. come on, get your horns out of the way. I feel like I'm doing this backwards here. He's got those horns in the way. Alright. Let's kind of do this. Swing that around. And that might help me on... No, it doesn't. Okay. Because I had the same issue with Cyclonus, because this folds out and the rest of the piece comes out from there. That's where I'm wrong. I had the legs in the wrong spot. We do this, then we can put that down. This opens up some. I'm going to open that so I can open this. And that's that. There's the landing gear. Now we flip this around to kind of go back. That links up. That folds down. Let's see. We need the wings and the arms. And the hand goes inside. Sits there, that sits there. Come on. My fingernail's not doing so good on that one. Oh, come on. It doesn't want to open. I think it's because I'm pulling on the wrong spot. That's why. You know, it does help if you use your intelligence on this, and we will never say I have a high amount of intelligence. Let's not get those rumors started. Okay. And there we are. And he looks like a proper... Honestly, if they would have done something similar to this with Starscream, that would have been a whole heck of a lot better. You know, even this can be kind of complicated if you don't have a frame of reference, and I get that. But just the way that they did him, it's just so convoluted and so unnecessary. All right, and then we have Blaster there, and with the handholds on the bottom, and then this sit up on top. And then there we are. And then we can even put the landing gear down. Oh, come on. And the way that they did this design, it's actually not bad to leave it out as a transformed robot. I'd be happy to... Oops, I'm going the wrong way, ain't I? Yep. Okay. You know, I don't mind having that displayed that way. But the way that they did him and how convoluted it looks like garbage. In my mind. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you enjoy the way it looks because it's a big departure from everything we see. And with that, by all means, I'm not trying to bash it, but to me, it just does not seem really worth it, and it's just a lot of unnecessary things here. Keeping the designs simple and intuitive really helps. I think it really makes a Transformer really the best. So, all right. So with that, that's the two of them. You know, it's probably a little bit longer video. I will have to edit this so I can get that kind of streamlined so it doesn't take up too much time. But as far as having, shoot, no, I forgot his name. Because he's a different, he's a different color. Ferak. Having someone else here, someone, even using the same design and everything else, that's kind of nice. The fact that we actually have flaps. You know, I don't have a problem with that, having recolors, even if they just release it as just a general bot or whatever. Because if you watch my videos, you know that I love doing role-playing games. That means that it gives us opportunities to have different versions of characters, different avenues to try and throw them into video games or into role-playing games and stuff like that. I will say this: if Hasbro was ever to watch any of my stuff, which I'm so small I don't think that'll happen, and that's fine, but the UTVs and ATVs and all that have really taken off. I think if they could do like a UTV or something like that, do a little line of UTVs, I think that would be an interesting thing, because now you could have some small Transformers. As far as like there's little small lines, have some like UTVs or ATVs in those lines. I think that would fit, especially for this character scale, because now you can have the small little vehicles as a UTV or an ATV. I think that would work. So with that, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Always a pleasure to have you. Hope you have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next video. Next one.